Let's take a look at the process of printing a white shirt from beginning to end. We now take the pre-treated shirt, and you normally would be loading this on your table wherever you do your loading. In this case, we're just going to load it on the machine, but it's actually a little too high to do this properly. So make sure it's snug but not stretched. All of our excess underneath. Make sure the corners are down. Set it in there. Push the garment so that the beginning edge of the garment is just underneath the gap sensor, and you can see the light coming across the beginning of that garment. Now we're going to set our gap. We hold the up button until it stops. The light turns red. We release, drops down slightly, and turns green. Now we load the garment into the machine. Hit the load button. It'll take the platen and the garment in. And we could have already ripped the file in our software beforehand, or right now we are going to proceed to our computer to rip the file and send it to the printer. Let's take a look at how we prepare the image in our ripping software for printing. We're going to start out by picking the color and type of garment that we're printing on. In this case, I'm printing on a white cotton shirt. And then I pick my print cue. In this case, I want vibrant colors, so I'm going to use the white cotton graphic print cue. Then I'm going to come down to the bottom here, and I am going to pick the template that I'm going to use. I'm going to use the 2-up, so that's already selected, even though I'm only doing one print. Now I'm going to bring in my image. I'm going to come up here and click open. And the file that I'm looking for is the frog for white shirts. Click it, click open. And it fills my preview screen. The next thing I'm going to do is click on this image that's in my preview area, and I'm going to change the dimensions a little bit. I don't want it quite this large. I'm going to make it 14 inches tall, and I'm also going to change the placement. I'm going to place it so it's about 2 3/4 inches down from the collar. My collar would have been right up at the top here, so I'm telling it to the top of the bounding box, be 2 3/4 inches. You'll see by looking at the rulers to the left, the top of my image starts approximately 3 inches down from the top. And if my collar's right there, I'm basically 3 inches down from my collar. I'm also looking at my background. It's white, letting me know that I in fact picked a white print cue, which is what I need. Now I'm going to process or rip this file. So I'm going to go up here and I'm going to click on Spool Job. My status is going to change from active to holding job spooled. It is now ready to print. If I were going to do quantities, I can tell it to the however many runs I wish to do. Since I'm only doing a one-off, I'm going to leave it at 1. I now come up here and either click on the printer here or click print here, which is what I'm going to do in this case, and it will start printing over at our printer. Okay, our garment has finished printing. Now we're going to remove the print from our platen. Pretty much the opposite way of the way we put it on there. We want to leave the top to last so we can grab a hold of the shoulders so that we make sure the sleeves and everything don't accidentally fold onto the print because the print is wet. Now we're going to take it over to our heat press and dry it. Now we simply put the printed garment up on the heat press. Now on light colored garments where we haven't used any white pre-treat, in this example we are using the P30i inks, the newer inks. We're now going to take our covering sheet, whether it be release paper or a Teflon sheet, which are available through Coleman & Company. And we want light pressure, half minute to go. We happen to be using an auto-release heat press, so it will count down starting at 3 seconds and release itself. We now remove our release paper, and there is our finished